Did a video a little bit ago talking about this plane crash that happened in Washington, D.C. last night, where a passenger jet collided with a military aircraft. There's some more information that was being reported after I did that previous video. The New York Times is reporting they have access to a preliminary report from the FAA, and it directly seems to counter what Donald Trump is trying to do and his narrative. He wants to spin it so DEI hires are to blame and unqualified people are at the helm. Of course, that's his go-to for everything. They want to get rid of all of, in his words, unqualified people at all government positions. Well, now we find out, according to this report out in the New York Times, that there was only one air traffic controller scheduled that night, handling both helicopter and aircraft routing through the tower. Now, normally, from what this article said and what the FAA is saying, is there would be two people there, one for airplane, one for helicopters, and they would work back and forth because a lot of times aircraft and helicopters are on different frequencies and different radio channels, so they can't hear the chatter back and forth between themselves. But there was only one air traffic controller there because of staffing issues. And I will give Donald Trump a little bit of benefit of the doubt here. There's been staffing issues going back for years. However, where the issue comes in and where it's Donald Trump's fault is he has put a hiring freeze on. They are not hiring anybody. In fact, they are actively looking to cut the federal workforce. I did a video a couple days ago talking about how he sent out this email from the Office of Personnel Management offering 7-month severance for anybody who doesn't want to or who wants to voluntarily resign, and they'd be paid through September. But it was poorly worded, poorly written. It sounds like Elon Musk was involved with all of that as well. But they're trying to gut federal employees at every level. And now we find out that because of poor staffing, this tragedy happens. I'm not saying it's the only reason, but it is definitely sounding like it was a contributing factor that there wasn't enough air traffic controllers working that particular day at that particular airport. So we will see if this causes them to reverse their course on the hiring freeze. Probably not. But they're going to try to control the narrative and make it seem like it was something else entirely, just so they can advance their agenda, because that's what Donald Trump is. We will see what the final report from the FAA says whenever they get around to releasing that, after they do a thorough investigation.